The race for artificial intelligence supremacy is heating up, and the battlefield is shifting to your state legislature. We are tracking a major push for AI regulation in Nebraska, Tennessee, and Utah that has deep financial and staffing ties to the left. These efforts by organizations like Encode AI and the Secure AI Project are creating a massive divide between Republican-led states and the Trump administration. You need to know who is behind these bills and why they are pouring thousands of dollars into local lobbying efforts right now.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLume 3-Pack Screen Protector Plus 3-Pack Camera Lens Protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
From the halls of government to the heart of the energy industry, big changes are underway. Kuwait is now leaning heavily into artificial intelligence to transform the efficiency and safety of its massive oil sector. As nations race to modernize their most critical infrastructure, this strategic pivot by Kuwait shows exactly how AI is being deployed to optimize global energy production on a massive scale. Meanwhile, the federal government is shifting its stance on emerging technologies. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is officially making the case for aggressive AI safety tools while addressing the growing concerns surrounding Spirit Airlines. It is a high-stakes balancing act between fostering innovation and ensuring the safety of public travel that you cannot afford to miss. Finally, get ready for a radical new approach to the AI apocalypse. Data scientist and activist Aella is launching a bold residency program called Plz Don't Kill Us, aiming to bring existential AI risk to the mainstream through viral content and creative storytelling. With mentors like Grimes and a mission to shift the public narrative, this project is shaking up the discourse in ways we have never seen before. Make sure you are subscribed and have hit that bell icon so you never miss an update on these stories. Ever feel like the biggest political fights aren't actually coming from the parties themselves, but from the shadow organizations pulling the strings behind them? Today, we are pulling back the curtain on a fascinating, and honestly, pretty weird power struggle. While the White House and President Trump have been pushing back hard against the idea of state-level AI regulation, something completely different is happening deep in the heart of red states like Nebraska, Tennessee, and Utah. You'd expect these conservative strongholds to be aligned with federal leadership, but instead, they are passing laws that seem to ignore the GOP's stance entirely. Why? Well, it looks like a classic case of follow the money. Two major players have emerged in this space: Encode AI and the Secure AI Project, or SAPE. On the surface, they talk about nonpartisan safety and protecting the public. But if you pull on the thread, you find some serious ties to the left. Encode AI is run by Sneha Ravaner, dubbed the Greta Thunberg of AI, and they are fueled by funding from liberal billionaire Pierre Omidyar. Meanwhile, SAPE is staffed by alumni of Open Philanthropy, another entity with heavy Democratic backing. Here is where it gets punchy. These groups aren't just sending out press releases. They are hiring the same lobbyists, spending tens of thousands of dollars, and coincidentally or not, seeing their preferred legislation pop up in state legislatures just days after they register their lobbyists. In Utah, they even cut a 5-figure check to a Republican lawmaker's campaign, only for that lawmaker to introduce an AI safety bill shortly after. It's a textbook influence campaign, and it's happening in plain sight. Critics are starting to sound the alarm, arguing that this creates a messy, confusing patchwork of regulations that could actually kill innovation before it even starts. Proponents, of course, argue that the feds are too slow and someone needs to step in. But you have to ask yourself, is this really about AI safety, or is it about well-funded outside interests using GOP lawmakers as a conduit to bypass federal resistance? It's a perfect example of why you should always look at who is writing the check before you buy the narrative. If you found this dive into the machinery of lobbying as eye-opening as I did, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories the mainstream might be glossing over. Do you think state-level regulation is a smart move, or are these outside groups overstepping? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear your take. Stay skeptical, and I'll see you in the next one. Ever wondered how the world's most traditional industry, oil and gas, is getting a high-tech makeover? Kuwait is currently making waves by diving headfirst into artificial intelligence to revolutionize its energy sector. This isn't just about flashy gadgets. It is a calculated, strategic move to fundamentally change how they handle efficiency and, more importantly, worker safety. By integrating AI into their operations, Kuwait is looking to predict equipment failures before they happen and optimize production workflows in ways that were practically science fiction just a few years ago. Think about it. A machine that can see a disaster coming long before a human ever could. It is a powerful shift that proves that even the oldest industries are eager to embrace the future to stay competitive. This digital transformation is setting a new benchmark for the global energy market, proving that smart tech is the new black gold. If you think this is just the beginning of the AI oil revolution, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into how technology is reshaping our world. After all, in a future driven by data, the most valuable resource might not be what is under the ground, but what we can calculate above it. Is artificial intelligence the future of aviation safety? Or are we just inviting a new kind of chaos into the cockpit? Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is currently making a bold case for integrating AI-driven safety tools across the industry, arguing that this tech could be the silver bullet we need to prevent human error. But the road to innovation is never smooth. Duffy has been directly engaging with the swirling concerns surrounding Spirit Airlines, acknowledging that while technology offers incredible promise, the operational realities for struggling carriers make implementation a complicated puzzle. It's a fascinating tug-of-war between the vision of a digitized, hyper-efficient sky and the practical, grounded hurdles that airlines face every single day. As we lean into automation, we have to ask ourselves, are we ready to trust the algorithms with our lives, or is the human element still our greatest safeguard? I want to hear your take. Would you feel safer on a flight managed by AI? Drop a comment below and let's get the conversation started. In the end, progress demands we move forward, but in the air, there is absolutely no room for a trial-and-error approach. Imagine your future is being written by a handful of people in Silicon Valley, and you didn't get a vote. Sound like a plot from a sci-fi thriller. For data scientist and provocateur Aella, this is our terrifying reality. You might know her as a sex researcher or an orgy organizer, but she's pivoting to her most unconventional project yet, a residency program called Plz Don't Kill Us. The goal? To turn the existential dread of AI safety into viral, bite-sized content that actually hits home with the general public. Let's be real. The current AI safety discourse is trapped in a bubble of technical jargon that sounds like white noise to most people. Aella wants to break that cycle by hiring 100 creators to flood social media with daily warnings about the risks of unchecked artificial intelligence. It's an ambitious, slightly chaotic, and arguably necessary attempt to move the needle. She isn't pulling any punches, either. With mentors like Grimes and poker star Liv Bowery, this isn't your typical think tank seminar. It's a creator boot camp where you post every day or you're out. Aella admits she's deeply worried, a solid 9 out of 10 on the panic scale, and she's essentially grieved in advance for a world she fears we might be sleepwalking toward. She sees these powerful models not just as software, but as weaponry in the hands of a few companies incentivized to keep hitting the go fast button. But here's the kicker. This isn't about fear-mongering for the sake of clicks. Aella wants to pivot that anxiety into action. She wants you calling your representatives and demanding that lawmakers take these existential risks seriously. While the project is definitely edgy, the mission is dead serious. It's a bold experiment in whether we can actually communicate complex, world-altering dangers through the chaotic lens of short-form internet culture. So, what do you think? Is this the wake-up call society needs to demand safety, or is it just another layer of noise in an already deafening digital world? Hit that subscribe button and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you worried about the AI boom, or are you betting on a bright, automated future? Stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep questioning who's holding the keys to the future.